Happy New Year! We got the first release of the year, 2026.1.1. Let's get into it. But hey, don't forget, at the end we'll answer your questions. Don't forget to ask them in the comments for the next time. Anyway, to the features. This patch brings a handful of quality life fixes for world favorites. This should make them easier to organize. Additionally, it lays the framework for doubling the amount of world favorites for VRC Plus subscribers. Now, that part isn't live yet, but it will be in the near future, so keep an eye out for when we flip that switch. You've also got some group experiments. We're experimenting with a new progress bar for users who have joined fewer than 15 groups. If you haven't joined that many groups yet, you'll see a bar on the groups page that tracks your progress. Essentially, we'd like to encourage newer users to try out features like groups, so we're trying to gently nudge them to, well, do just that. There's no reward for completing this, challenge. The stakes have never been lower. There is a little fanfare though for completing it, but that's just for fun. But hey, that's not all. We're also experimenting with automatic group invites. If you hang around the group instance for long enough, well, you may receive an automatic invitation to join that particular group. This only applies to groups that are public with open invitations enabled. You and the group will also have to be in the test cohort for this to trigger. Likewise, if you make a friend in a group instance, under the same conditions, you might also receive a group invitation. And don't worry, once you receive one, you won't receive another, at least from that same group. If you'd rather not to see these automatic invitations, you can toggle them off. Go to Settings, User Interface, Notifications, and Automatic Group Invitations. As a note, if you're not in the cohort, you won't see this setting. Finally, we've switched Live Now on for everyone. The main menu Live Now tab and the subsequent quick menu launchpad redesign has now been rolled out to all users. This was introduced in a previous patch, but now everyone should see it. Let's get into changes and fixes. Added the Performance Debug dashboard. Use right shift +tilde+1 to open the debug menu, then click the new Performance tab. This allows you to create and customize a performance dashboard which can chart a wide variety of useful metrics. The error world has been updated. It's cool now. Prints are now easier to drop gently in place without drifting. Added a quick join button for groups and the Explore Groups tab. Made tweaks to shop text explaining listings with more clarity. Fixed the is animator enabled avatar parameter not being set back to true when it should be, in some cases involving particle systems. Updated both the client and the website phrasing to help users understand what canceling a subscription immediately entails. Hint, it means it's canceled immediately. Fixed fizzbone regression, which caused bones resting on fizzbones colliders to jitter. Fixed a bug that would prevent users from being able to select other users while using the quick menu. Warp effects are now spawned when closing the client. And hey, that's it for changes and fixes. Let's answer some of your questions. As a reminder, we try our best to respond to some of the questions or requests you leave in the comments. While we don't answer all of them, we do read them. Savage Bear 4374 says, an option to organize my avatars would be nice. We agree. This is something we would eventually like to get to, especially if we touch the UI of the Avatar tab again. Right now, we know that it can be a little bit difficult to organize or search through your avatars, especially if you're someone who either collects a lot of avatars or simply uploads a lot of them. No timeline for this, but it is a pain point we're aware of. Pro FGC says, add a comments tab to World so we can leave feedback for creators. Not a bad idea. World creators are always asking for better ways to receive feedback on their worlds. Once again, it's a great idea, and it's something we've thought about internally. But we don't have any timeline on implementing something like this just yet. Wu Nan says, for world creators, I think allowing the creator to include several screenshots of their world when viewing the world's description would be incredibly valuable for both creators and users. Once again, great idea. Hopefully at some point in the future we'll get a chance to do a pass on this part of the UI. No timeline though. Protolove asks, could you change how privated worlds or deleted ones don't show their name? It's sad sometimes not to know which of my favorited worlds have been removed or privated. That's an interesting suggestion. This might be a little difficult though, as some world creators are probably hiding their creations and might not be in favor of this. That said, it's something that I'll look into a little bit more and see if it's something that maybe we'd be interested in. The Info Searcher 165 asks, will we ever get avatar audio on Quest again? It used to be there a few years ago, but it was removed. I understand it was really buggy then, but I and a lot of others miss it. I'd love to have avatar audio back, so is it possible for us Questies to have it back? If not, why so? We answered this one a few months ago, but because it gets asked so much, I thought I'd answer again. In short, no, probably not. Avatar audio was actually never natively on Quest. Typically people would enable it using one exploit or another. The reason why it wasn't enabled is simple. performance. Given that the number one complaint people have, especially on standalone headsets about VRChat, is typically performance, it's unlikely that this is something we're going to enable anytime soon. Of course, in the future that could change. As of now though, there are no plans, and it's pretty unlikely. I know that sucks, and I know a lot of people want avatar audio on Quest, but once again, performance is just such a huge concern that it's going to take a lot of work for us to be able to do this in a way that makes everybody happy. And that's it. As always, you can read the full patch notes linked in the description. And hey, don't forget to ask your questions in the comments. See you next time.